Merry Christmas, Timmy, Alicia. I'm putting this video together for you to show you what I bought you for Christmas. Well, actually, I made you for Christmas. I made you and Timmy both a liquid-cooled computer. So this video is going to show you how I put it together, and then I'm going to light it up for you, and you'll get a chance to look at it. Now, the other thing is you'll have to be very patient because it's going to be a week before you get home. Way too big to bring with us. So I put them in your rooms, so when you get home after Christmas, you can find out what you've got. So Merry Christmas, and watch and learn. Okay, the first thing you need to know about these liquid-cooled computers, guys, is what I've put in them. Well, this thing here is the motherboard. This is the big board that sits on there. It's got the brain in it. This is the microprocessor underneath this big thing right here. It's an i3 processor, an Intel i3. What you've got on top here is part of that liquid cooling assembly. That's the copper. All the fluids are going to run through these two lines here and cool the brain, which is that i3 processor. So this is the liquid cooling jacket. This is copper, and it's kind of hollow inside, so the liquid flows in there and keeps the heat away. What you got right here is your RAM. Now what you've got here is 4 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator RAM, DDR3 RAM. Very, very fast. A little expensive, but it's going to make your computer go really quickly. And the last thing is this video card, right? This is the Galaxy. NVIDIA Galaxy GT 430, I believe it is. And it's got an HDMI, it's got DVI, and it's got composite input. So you got 3 types of video you can put in that. Okay, Timmy, Alicia, this was the motherboard that I was talking about earlier. This is the case it's going to go into. This case is the NZXT02 full tower case, which means that it can accept any kind of motherboard. This is a smaller one, but it can take even the big ones. But this is a good case, and I'll explain why here in a minute. Now, what you've got inside this case, besides this motherboard, is a huge power supply. That's a TX650 Corsair. This computer requires a lot of power, so you need something large like this. Over here, you have your liquid cooling assembly. And that's that liquid cooling. So the tubes are going to run out of this and into that motherboard on your i3 microprocessor. You've got a real reservoir for all your water here. You've got a pump up front and a radiator to cool the water as it's going through, just like you have in a car. Down here, you have a Plextor CD-DVD burner with LightScribe technology, and I'll explain to you what LightScribe is once you get your computers working and you get them going, have a chance to look at them. Down here you have your hard drive. That's a 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte drive, so you can store all your stuff in there. And then this computer also has a lot of fans, right? So and they all light up. You've got one fan, 80 millimeter at the top here. You've got 2 120 millimeter exhaust fans on the bottom. You've got an 80 millimeter exhaust fan on the bottom down here to draw air into the computer. You've got one 120 millimeter fan on the bottom here. You got another 120 millimeter fan on the top here, and you have 4 120 millimeter fans on the door. Now these fans you're going to be able to control from outside your computer, and I'll show you how that works in a second. Now in front of the computer, okay, you have this door that you're going to have to open. And there it is. Now there's your liquid cooling assembly here, little radiator. There's a lid up. This lights up. There's a fan in here that lights up. I think it's blue. You have your Plextor DVD drive here, and then you have your independent 4-fan independent controller. So that controls the 4 fans on your door. You turn them down low when you're just using Windows or whatever, but when you're playing heavy duty games, you turn those 4 fans up, and it'll keep that motherboard over there cool. And so that second computer completed. As you can see, you got your liquid cooling unit here, you have your video card here, you got your water cooling reservoir and fan here, you got your hard drive here. These wires here going over to the door, you have 4 independent 120 millimeter fans here, cooling the unit. So I'm going to go and turn it on here. Show you what it looks like. It's turned on. all your blue lights. This is the blue unit for Alicia. You get your top exhaust fan, and everything is blue on this one. And I'm going to show you the front unit when it's turned on after I put the door on. So we'll put the door on. So here is one completed unit. It's the blue one. This is Alicia's. Timmy, you have the red computer. But so there you go. There's your water cooling unit, all lit up. Your Plextor DVD CD burner with light rod technology. Your 4 independent controls for the fans on the door. And that's it, guys. Enjoy. Merry Christmas. And I almost forgot, guys, you have a 2.1 channel digital stereo to go with your computer, so that'll add a little more sound to the house. Merry Christmas, guys.